one time, I don't know why he came, for what reason, but he came and then he finally left and then I was warm again, but I mean, that's how you know.
Yeah.
They just like,
Is Emma show up ever?
Emma? No, I don't, no, I think back, no, I haven't ever had Emma show up either.
Because it's kind of interesting.
No.
Long story short, Alice had water on the brain when she passed. It's called hydrocephalus.
She was only a baby, yeah.
It's called hydrocephalus, which I have, so it'd be interesting.
In those days, though, you know, they didn't know how to cope with anything.
Right, of course, but it would be interesting.
Yeah. No, Alice never, no, we never had anything to do with Alice. It was Uncle John, and Lizzie came 3 times, and one time I was here when she came. Let me tell you, oh, I hate to say it in this room why she came.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, but you don't have to work here. You don't have things happening to you.
I have to try to sleep here.
Maybe we go down in the kitchen and talk about it. This is Mr.
I didn't have a problem.
Huh?
I didn't have a problem sleeping here.
Well, I know because you don't work here, but I've had so many. Let me tell you, in Lizzie's room, you saw Ghost Adventures, right? Aftershots. They're recreating what happened to me. After they came, so many things happened to me after Zach, Nick, and Aaron left. It was terrible, okay?
They bring stuff with them.
Well, because we did a seance, Mr. Gordon don't like that. We were telling his secret, didn't like that. Well, you have to see his show, I'm not even going to say it. And so I was given a tour in Lizzie's room.
That's what we said.
And I'm talking to the guests. And I'm leaning, well, I was leaning not even near that door. I was leaning away from the door. And all of a sudden I felt this jab really hard in my back. I was like, and I thought I backed up into the doorknob. I was far away from the doorknob. And I don't want to say anything to the guests, but I had a sore rear end for 3 days. And it was red. It was like, you know, that was him. I think Liz said he was in the jab. He didn't put you, he kicked you right in the rear end. That's what he did. Then, on the other Saturday when I came in, I'm in here talking to the guests, and I was standing near his desk, and then I felt a point, like in my stomach, like somebody went right through me, took all the air out of me. I couldn't breathe. I thought I was going to pass out. I ran like hell all the way down the stairs and ran out of the house. He was going right through me, okay? That was the second week I went. Let's see, the third week, they didn't even show this on TV. The third week I worked. When I left, I parked in the same place. I parked right near the barn, which there was a car there now, so I parked right near. But I always parked right near the barn. There were no wires above me, and there were no trees above me. I went out, and my car was loaded with bird poo, like a whole flock hovered right over my car. And I'm screaming to Leanne, saying, "My God, it's trashed."
If I go out, that
And
car's full of
my
dog
car
dirt
is
shit.
trashed, Leanne. It was loaded. I mean, no trees, no wires. And the next Saturday I came in, he said, I asked him, I knew it was him. And I asked him, I said, did you do that to my car? And she sees him laughing and saying to me, was it hard to wash your car off? I said, yes, it was. 3 weeks in a row this happened. But the second week it was a little less, and the third week a little less. But, I mean, how could this be? Well, Lizzie had a pigeon coop in the backyard, you know, and those were her pets. And he didn't like because the kids would go over there and kind of shoo the birds. So one day he went out there and the birds killed them. Those were her pets, and she was devastated, you know. And I think that we knew that she had pigeons in the yard, a bird, you know, a pigeon coop. We knew that, and so we knew that I would know. He did that, and I still can't wrap my head around that. How can they can do things. If it hadn't happened to me, and you said it was you, I wouldn't believe you. No. But it's like unbelievable. So I have to be so careful. And those were the 3 weeks, actually it was more than 3 weeks after the Ghost Adventures left here. And we were on that show. Didn't like it. So when we went down to Vegas, they showed me getting hit in the back and the air tank coming out of me. But we didn't talk about the pigeon coop, and like, I mean, it's hard to believe anything like this. It's unbelievable how they can do this, but they can do a lot of things. They really can. So I'm very cautious what I say, because you never know. Never know. But anyway, let me see. This is Mr. Borden's father, Abraham Borden. He was the one who had the house on Ferry Street that Mr. Borden and his sister inherited. That's his family. And this is Mrs. Borden, the stepmother, shortly before she was murdered. And then there's Mrs. Borden, the stepmother, in her wedding dress. And I thought, well, gee, that was her first wedding. How come she didn't have a white dress? And I was told that in those days they didn't wear white. They wore either a dark green or a dark black. That's what they wore in those days. I didn't know that until some queen, I don't know.
Yeah.
What was her name? The queen that came
Victoria.
up with Victoria?
Victoria, or
Yeah.
was it the
It
one?
was Victoria after her husband died. She was black the whole time.
Yeah, but who was the first queen to wear white? Became a fad.
That's when they changed.
Yeah, it might have been Victoria or the one right after her. That's when they started wearing white.
Now, the dress that was donated to us, that was a wedding dress. Look at how dark that is. That was from that era. And that was donated to the house.
Actually, different colors meant different things in the Victorian
They
days
probably did.
for wedding dresses.
Either they were black or a dark
Well,
green.
black meant your wedding wasn't gonna last.
Well, I don't know. I mean, is that a dark green or a black?
Can't tell.
That's not good. But
I found that out after I
was
picked
her-
out my
Or
dress.
they would wear the best dress in their wardrobe. That's all they would do. I mean,
There's actually a book of etiquette where the colors of dresses are all named.
oh, see?
Yeah, in the Victorian book, wedding etiquette book.
What does red mean?
And it was, red was something else.
Yeah.
We had a bride that got married here.
The
She
most
all
common
in
was
red
blue and
silk.
green.
Red, wedding dress, only bridesmaids were in she was in a bright red, and I think they were in a bright green. One of the weddings we had in the house. Yeah.
Yeah,
Someone
red,
got married
red and
here?
black.
People get married here.
Two weddings we had here.
Alright.
One of them was at Halloween. Don't you think that was weird?
No, if you're wearing her
Oh, yeah.
sport.
And one of them,
It's weird either way.
I tell you the things. One of them, nice guy, nice girl. I mean, they were very nice. And she had this. This is before the wedding, the night before, and I was here. She had this tattoo of a snake all down her arm. I hate snakes. Oh, a huge snake, ring snake. Not everything snake rings, but this huge. I said, what's the significance of that? She said, oh, well, I always, this was supposed to be just a small snake. How do you make a mistake out of that? I mean, the thing was humongous. There's no mistake. So I figured the morning of the, she's going to get dressed, she's going to cover all that. We had all the photographers here, the Herald News, the Boston Globe, all these newspapers here. She comes down with a strapless dress, and what do you see? A big snake. I'm like, oh my God. I guess I'm just old fashioned. I was like, oh my God, this snake.
Should've took off the curtains, I can have some lace for you.
I think she would have at least wore a shawl or something. No, she was so, he didn't have any tattoos at all. He said, I don't have any, but she's got, but hey, that's me, Anything but a snake. I hate snakes. Rats, spiders don't bother me. But snakes, oh. So I tell you, a lot of weird things have happened. Lots of weird things. Now, upstairs, I'm not gonna go up to the third floor, but I'm gonna just tell you, you have Bridget's room, the maids, and the other rooms down the hall, they were simply storage in those days. That's all they were. Plus now they're bedrooms, but they were just storage. And what did they have there? They had old clothing and out-of-season furniture, or out-of-season clothing and old furniture that they didn't want, and everything was locked. Double locked, triple locked. Now, who is in the room that has that sewing machine? Are you in the room with a sewing machine on the third floor? That's the original sewing machine that belongs to Lizzie. So that's original, if you want to take a picture of that. So if you want to go up and do that, and I'm going to wait for you down in the kitchen, getting everything ready for you. We're going to have coffee. And then I'm going to talk in the kitchen, then we're going to go down to the basement. So if you don't mind, let's see, is that light on over here?
How about we go down the basement, but not the third floor?
They're not going
Oh,
to,
yeah, the light is on.
I
So
think
if you
that's
want
what
to take a peek, if you allow them to take a peek. If
I
you want to
think-
go up and take a peek at the rooms, you can do that, okay? And I'm gonna be down in the kitchen.
I'd rather you be able to go down the
waiting for
basement.
you.
Of course, that mask has to be on
I know.
real well.
Do you wanna go back upstairs? Yeah, let's go. Okay, we're good. One more time. Yeah.
I'm really worried about sleeping.
sleeping. I can hardly sit on this thing.
Place is fun.
I can hardly sit on this bed without being versed out. I don't know about
No, it's not.
Thank
I
you.
told you that wasn't gonna happen.
I'm like, no.
Ashley, get off of here.
Sorry.
No, you're right.
Okay.
Oh, we kinda messed it up.
No, sorry. These stairs will be easier for her, wouldn't
Okay, we'll do the kitchen and we'll
Yeah.
You guys.
Yeah.